Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. James the Viking here. PlayStation 5 info was announced. We found out some of the launch games, when the system's releasing, the price, that sort of thing. And one thing in particular really stood out to me. Oh, goodbye, kitty. One thing in particular really stood out to me. I had no idea about it until Matthew dropped it on our Discord because I was working like a responsible person. But Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition was announced. And if, anyone's not aware, I am the resident Devil May Cry fan here on Internet Nobodies. Matthew enjoys the series, but I think he can say that, or I think he can admit that I am definitely the biggest fan of the three of us. And McGee really cannot give any fewer fucks about it. Now that I've scared away all the advertisers, hello. But I want to it's kind of a reactions, but I've already reacted to it. I mostly want to watch the trailer a few times with you, point out a few things that I've noticed, a few hopes for it, and let's just get into it. So blood, partial nudity, strong language, violence. Ooh, actually, first things first, oh shit, that went away too quick. PlayStation. The original Devil May Cry 5 was announced at an Xbox conference, and I think it's really intriguing that 5 Special Edition was announced for the PS5 console event. Anyways, just a weird thing I noticed. Like, that looks really good. I'm assuming this is supposed to be, a few of the things shown here are supposed to be examples of ray tracing, at least that is my assumption. I don't really care much about ray tracing. Ray tracing, this could easily just be an effect that they have done, just essentially a vignette in the water that's quote-unquote reflected. A little bit of Virgil talking.
Fates be different. Would I have your life and you mine? You a demon.
So I do want to say it would be kind of cool if during the intro when Nero gets his arm ripped off, you can't see my cursor, but I'm circling the Devilbringer. It would be interesting if all of those scenes with decaying Virgil, it actually takes place from his perspective. That would be kind of neat. Get the VR experience of him ripping Nero's arm off. Because, oh, yeah, I mean, that was always kind of silly, the fact that weak, decaying Virgil just ripped the Devilbringer off of Nero. But, that's not what this is about. And that just looks awesome. So basically exactly what we expected from Virgil gameplay. He's using, a lot of the moves we all well know. That being said, I do want to rewind real quick. So I cannot say that I have played with Virgil a whole heck of a lot in Devil May Cry 5. Or 4, not 5. I wish I could play with him in 5. But he does this, pirouette move. So right after this, I guess I rewound a little too far. Oh, so someone's swording him. Yeah, this move. I don't think I recognize that move. Actually, hold up. Oh, okay, I just noticed something. I'm going to drop it down even further. Oh, yeah, that's slow. Okay, so he's doing a pirouette holding the saya, the sheath for Yamato. He throws Yamato, and it looks like it's circling him in the air while he's doing his little pirouette spinny spin. That's kind of fucking awesome. Okay. The summoned swords are back. I mean, obviously, it would be really weird to have Virgil without the summoned swords. I tried getting a good look at them in 5 with the photo mode. I couldn't really pick out a visual of them. This here is his Devil Trigger. I was kind of wondering if, because honestly, everyone knew that Virgil would come to DMC5 at some point. I'm a little bummed that it had to be special edition, but that is perfectly fine. I'll get over it. Oh no, more Devil May Cry. But I was kind of curious if they would make his Sin Devil Trigger, which is essentially what this is. They don't, I don't think they really expressly say it, but it's his Sin Devil Trigger. If they would just make that his normal Devil Trigger and do something else for his, Sin DT equivalent. And they have. So clearly his Sin Devil Trigger just acts as a normal Devil Trigger. He has the same moves, he's just faster. In here is the DMC3 Doppelganger, DMC Devil May Cry reboot, Doppelganger callback, that you actually got in the boss fight. It acts exactly as you'd think it would. I wonder if it has move offsets like the reboot Doppelganger had. Like in the reboot, you could set it to where the Doppelganger only attacked with angelic attacks or demonic attacks, or it had like a delay where it would attack a little bit after you, that sort of thing. I wonder if that's going to be a thing currently. What's this? Yes. Character switch. At least that's kind of what I call it. That's actually a pretty good still shot. You can use the power of the Yamato to separate V and Virgil, as what happens in the story. Random guess, I'm assuming this is Sin Devil Trigger, essentially, for Virgil. Of course, one of the only reasons I say that is because he is literally stabbing himself with the sword. But I cannot imagine in any way that this is a character swap, like an active swap mode, where you can just switch between V and Virgil whenever you want, especially because it looks like right out the gate, all 3 demons are active, Griffin, Shadow, and Nightmare. So I want to say it's his Sin Devil Trigger equivalent, because those 3 are a really big combination. And I'm also assuming as well that you do not have to disable or kill the demons with V. The demons are probably able to do it for you. So we get a little more gameplay of Nero there for a split second, and then again a little bit more father-son going. That looked like Bloody Palace. I don't know why. I don't know why they're actually showing so much Nero, because nothing really looks new. It's hard to tell, but it looks like Punchline on his arm, so it's not even like that's a new Devil Breaker. But of course, one of the biggest additions, in my opinion, is Legendary Dark Knight mode. That's why there's 30 fucking sins just on screen right now. Honestly, that is one thing that I'm really excited about. I love just not demolishing, but I love lagging out games. And I feel like one of the best things to do on LDK mode will be try to find as many enemies as you can and activating Sin DT for Dante. Because it lags the game a lot on the PS4 version, and I have a PS4 Pro. That being said, I'm not sure how much better this is going to run than compared to the PS4 Pro on the PS5. I want to say, well, okay. So apparently a lot of next generation titles are going to have a performance mode where the resolution drops, fewer effects, like no ray tracing, which is fine by me. no ray tracing, and they will typically run at a higher frame rate. I'm assuming this will be the same thing. Probably locked at 30 if you have ray tracing on, 60, if not higher without it. But it would just be fun to just see how much it makes it stutter. Yeah, it just looks so awesome. And then a little slideshow of events in the game. I do have to say, I am a little bummed that we did not get playable Lady and Trish. That being said, I will get over it. With the addition of Virgil, that is 4 fully fleshed out playable characters. Ooh, I say that. I have something I need to bring up. But we have 4 playable characters. That's a fair bit. And I'm assuming you will be able to play through the entirety of all the missions with Virgil. I want to say they may add a mode where you can play through every mission with every character. Because that's kind of how it seemed you'd be able to do it in the original release, but they kind of reneged on that idea. Missions are locked to certain people, so maybe they will add it to where you can play every mission with every character, which would be nice. It would add a nice amount of variation to the different missions, especially if you were trying to get, like, let's say, the Platinum Trophy. I will throw this here. One of the reasons I'm glad we didn't... I'm glad that we're getting this. I did not get the Platinum Trophy for DMC5 on PS4. Which, I mean, it was very hard. I could have gotten it, but I just got really sick of doing it. But, with this, I feel like I will get the Platinum Trophy, especially because now it's more complete. But the fact that they're adding new stuff, even if it is Legendary Dark Knight and Virgil, makes me really glad I didn't go through and finally get that Platinum. Because if I had gotten the Platinum and then this happened, I would have been pissed. Then we get Daniel Southworth, saying the Devil May Cry. Available digitally at launch. So this is an interesting statement. This makes me feel like the physical edition will not be ready at launch. Which could be because of COVID. If that's the case, that sucks. But part of me is afraid that there will not be a physical version. I will be incredibly upset if that happens. I'm really holding out hope that it doesn't, but that is a slight fear of mine that it will only be digital. Worst case scenario, it is only the digital or the physical is only going to come out a little bit later. And there's really nothing else to show. Oh, all footage captured on PS5. Interesting. I never actually saw that. I mean, I also watched this a handful of times at work on my phone, which is a far smaller screen. One thing I do want to point out, which is why I kind of hesitated to say that you get four fully fleshed out characters. That's an alliteration if I've ever heard one. I'm going to turn down the playback speed a little bit. Ooh, and I'm going to lower... I'm going to mute that, yeah. Looking at it, there's no footage shown of Beowulf and Force Edge. Which makes me wonder if Virgil's moveset has been restricted. Okay, this is entirely just fucking subjective. Whoa, that was weird. Maybe they're just waiting to show that. But yeah, there's no footage of Force Edge and Beowulf. Beowulf being the pugilist weapon. If we're talking Devil May Cry 5 standards, it would be his variation of Balrog. Balrog, that's it. But it's really interesting that that's not shown. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to show the entire trailer at quarter speed. Or at least as much of it as I feel like. But no, that's just interesting. It would be nice to see the various move sets. But with that little spinny pirouette move, you could argue the fact that you could argue the fact that Virgil is getting more moves, which is nice, but that's gonna suck if the moveset has been limited to only one of the 3 main weapons that we associate with Virgil. That being said, we also do get the doppelganger, which is cool. The V transformation, which is neat. But, I really hope they're not getting rid of Beowulf and Force Edge. Something I'm curious about. So Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition came out a very long time after Devil May Cry 4 itself came out. This is actually a pretty quick transition. They kind of added this half-assed story, quote-unquote, to Devil May Cry 4, being like, yeah, this happened like 20-some-odd years before DMC4, but the levels were all exactly the same, that sort of thing. I wonder if they're going to actually have a story for Virgil in this, even if it's not horribly fleshed out. Even if it doesn't make that much sense, it would just be kind of neat. Hopefully with this version, we get more costumes. Something I was a little bummed about in 5 was the lack of costumes. I mean, in almost all the games we get some sort of variation on the characters. And we got that in 5. We had some palette swaps, essentially. But I wonder if, that looks actually kind of cool, him slashing super quick. If we will get more of the fun costumes, because it was nice having the Sparta costumes and stuff, even if they were kind of goofy and silly. I mean, they're extra. It's not like it hurt anything. So I paused the recording, but I accidentally left that playing, so I skipped back a little bit. I guess it goes without saying, I have really high hopes for Virgil in DMC5. With some trepidations, the fact that, there's no Force Edge or Beowulf. Actually, I didn't actually explain what Force Edge was. It's essentially Dante mode for Virgil. He uses Force Edge and Yamato kind of in tandem, and a lot of the moveset is similar to how Dante controls. Maybe that's why they're not implementing it, because maybe just be too close to how Dante plays, too close to how Nero plays. It also wouldn't make sense in the story as well, but, it didn't make sense in 4 Special Edition. Fucking Virgil had Force Edge. Well, I guess that was 20 years ago. I guess maybe it has to do with maybe what story they're planning on doing. Who knows at this point, though? I really hope that there's a viewer for Yamato. Something I was bummed about in 5, because you can view the weapons and stuff. You could not view Yamato on its own. It had to be with the Virgil character model. Which, in my opinion, sucked. I've always been a big advocate for being able to look at, the weapon designs and everything. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Big V on his chest. I've never liked that part, though. But yeah, so, 20 minutes. That is to be expected. My first impressions of... Actually, my Devil May Cry 5 saga was a lot, and I'm just adding to it. I will be making a video about Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition when it comes out. I don't know how in-depth I'm going to go with it, but yes, I will talk about it a little bit. Because I feel like I have to at this point, you know, for all things Devil May Cry. I mean, you gotta come to Internet Nobodies. Whoa, that's weird that Virgil just kind of disintegrates. Weird. Where's Yamato? Okay, so that... Hold on. So this actually kind of confirms what I was thinking about with this being his Sin Devil trigger. So V kind of just pops out here, fully clothed, which is weird. He didn't do that originally. But as he is summoned, Nightmare pops out, and he pops into DT. So he's ready to fight with Nightmare and everything as soon as he goes. And V doesn't really have moves like that. He doesn't really attack. So yes, this is probably just like a screen nuke, honestly. Yeah, who knows, though. And then we see, yeah, this is probably the ray tracing because you get the nearer reflection. Oh, that just looks so good, though. Oh, I can't wait to play. So I haven't really played Devil May Cry 5 in a while. I got pretty tired of it. Just trying to get that platinum trophy. Oh, yeah. But man, oh, this really makes me want to get back into playing. Oh. And Bloody Palace mode with Virgil is going to be so much fun. And I still cannot wait for Legendary Dark Knight mode. Man, this is just going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. November 12th? Can't come soon enough. If I can't get a PS5 on launch, which that's kind of what it seems like at the moment. And honestly, that's fine. I'm going to be really busy with work and stuff anyways. Oh yeah. I'm going to be really busy with work and stuff anyway, so it's not a huge deal. I am hoping that it's going to release at the same time on PC, so I can at least, you know, be able to play it there. Because this computer should be able to handle it. It won't do the ray tracing, which again, is perfectly fine. I really don't give a fuck about ray tracing. I feel like an old man whenever I say that, like, I don't care about the new thing. I really don't. Hold on, what's going on with the background here? Hold up. Okay, V explosions. Look at the background here. Is this underwater? What the fuck is going on? Weird. Huh. That's the only clip like that I have seen. Oh, I just cannot wait to just demolish in fucking LDK mode. I guess I don't really need to have this slowed down. But yeah, this is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. Anyways, though, I've basically gushed over this trailer for almost 25 minutes at this point. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please let us know down below. Obviously, this is an Internet Nobodies video because zero effort was put into this, but it's... I didn't say, actually. The song that they have in this trailer is actually really fucking cool. So at first I was like, on it, but then, I actually... listen to it more with like headphones on, and I'm like, you know what? This is actually a pretty good song. It should be releasing on Monday. It's not going to be anywhere near as good as Devil Trigger or Silver Bullet. But I like it. I do like it. Oh dear. Okay, there we go. Oh, my computer doesn't like this. I have it set to 4K, and I'm also recording it very high quality. But it's set to 4K because it looked weird in 1080p, even though this is the 1080p monitor. I guess just downsampling, and it didn't work well. Oh well. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please let us know down below. This is going out on Thursday. So Matthew, you are incorrect. Saucy Reviews is going out on Fridays from now on. You should know that. Anyways, though, please let me know what you think about Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Are you excited for it? Are you angry about it? It seems like a lot of people are angry about it, but I don't get it. I mean, you don't have to buy it. I mean, like, it's not gonna hurt. Like, oh no, you won't be able to play as Virgil. I mean, that's worth the price of the game anyways. Daddy Virgil, you know? I mean, honestly though, this is the kind of thing for the most part, yes, newcomers will buy it thinking like, oh, cool, I'll get it. But let's be honest, for the most part, the people getting this are going to be people that already love Devil May Cry 5. Like myself. So yeah, I mean, there's a target demographic, and it is people like me. Anyways, I've already ended the video a few times, but thank you again. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all tomorrow for Saucy Reviews, and maybe Nobodies Chomp. We will see what Terrell has planned. And it's messing up again.